Hey, what's up, guys? I'm just gonna do like a quick recap of today's trade. Today's trade, there was a there was a couple PO3s that I do want to go over, especially on GC. I want to show you guys this accumulation zone that I called out, that you guys should have also spotted. It was a very easy one in my opinion. I don't think it was anything crazy. I think it was a very simple and easy one. Um, so clearly right here, you guys could see that price action just accumulated in this zone, right? You guys could see that. This is one of the easiest PO3 that you guys probably would be able to see. So this is called the accumulation stage, right? The draw on liquidity was around here. So price action wanted to take this price right here, and it did. So once it did, now with the remember what I told you guys about accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So what happens is when price action accumulates, if it manipulates down, what you're looking for is an entry from the bottom to push price action back up, targeting the highs of the accumulation zone first, right? So this is stage one, accumulation, manipulation, and either we get a bullish CISD or we get a bearish fair value gap that we could inverse to potentially take longs. So clearly we have a bearish fair value gap right here, right? You guys could all see that. Right, so it's a bearish fair value gap here. I want to see this get inverse or a bullish CISD. So two confirmation here, right? So you guys can clearly see I have a bullish CISD and I have a bearish fair value gap. I could start taking a position from here. And remember, stop loss is automatically at the low of the manipulation. I could also look to add another position if we get a closure above to potentially take to the highs of this, take potential high of this liquidity zone right here. This equal liquidity here and here, right? So this is where my target would be, and I would trail within profit. So I would target that high, and I would also target here as well. 94 and 103. Those are the two levels I would target, right? So TP's around here. I would also look for another position if we get a close above. So we got a closure again. I could add another contract here. Right, stop loss will be at the same area, right? Remember this manipulation low, TP still around the same area, and I would also trail in as I go with the profit. So we're risking literally what, like 10 points to potentially make up to like 30 potentially, right? Not that is guaranteed, but of course we're going to trail into profit. So we're going to let this play out. So you see how we hit TP1. So we also have TP2 left. So price action could now, you could start trailing in. You see there's a support zone here. So now you could start bringing in. You could sell one off, or you could potentially take the full amount off if you like, right? So at this point, you're already up 15 points, and I usually like for GC is like around 10 to 20 points is what I like to take out. So of course, here's the price action still doing its thing. So you can clearly see that we took TP1 fully here, and then now it's approaching TP2. But by that time, you could try to sell out all your profits, and as long as this fair value up here holds, we should be good, which it did. It just tested it once back. So this is a great PO3 level that we spotted, and I called it out on the server. So I wanted people to look at this. This was an amazing PO3. This is called a bullish PO3. And now with NQ, there was also a great PO3, same thing. Clearly here, okay, so here is also a PO3, right? So you guys can clearly see that price action here now is doing the same thing, right? Price action here is just accumulating, right? And we have this manipulation. Either we're entering in a bullish CISD, remember, right? Because it's accumulating, it's manipulating down. So when it manipulates down, we're looking for distribution to the upside, right? So in this case scenario, we're going to look for a bullish CISD or a bearish fair value gap to get inversed. So automatically off rip, this is a bullish CISD. I know that. I'm going to take a position here. Stop loss is at this low, right? TP's to this high, and I believe I said 914, something like that, 914 So I believe I said there was a liquidity at a high. I just want to double check. Yes, there was liquidity right here. Yes, I remember. Okay, there was like liquidity here, that 938 level, and there was also liquidity at this high at 910, which was around like 911. So these were all liquidity zones that potentially we could have target, right? Since we're up this high. So these were the key levels that we wanted market condition to come up to. So we're taking this long, stop loss at this low, TPs to these highs, right? So of course we could take profit as we see fit. So let's just play out. You see how we already have 35 points. So right now you could decide, you could take profit, you could hold for risk. It's all up to you what you want to do. But the idea is to enter when you're confidently seeing this bullish CISD, right? And of course, if you look closer, there's also a 1 minute inversion that happened right here. This gap and right here. You see how this wick never touched with this? So that creates an imbalance, right? So you have a bullish CISD and it breaks the inverse fair value gap. There's a high probability is going to work in your favor and going to hit your TPs, right? So so this is how this PO3 actually played out. It was actually a really good and simple one right here. See how it just took us out? So you entered from here and you exited up there, very close to the TPs. And similarity, like this is the bullish CISD that everyone should be able to see. When I find the bearish CISD, I will also let you guys know as well on that. But this was an amazing bullish PO3 on both NQ and both GC. Different ways of entering: bullish CISD with the bearish fair value gap. Same way here, bullish CISD with the inversion bearish fair value gap. That's it.